Hi everyone, welcome to Social Work 670. This short introductory lecture will just be a few nuts and bolts about the course and a brief review of the syllabus. So, first things first, this course is a hybrid. So what that means is that some weeks are online, and then we actually have two seated sessions throughout the course of the semester, one at the beginning, one at the end. See Moodle or the syllabus for the exact dates, times, and locations. You can also check your email or shoot me an email if you need to. Now, second thing, because this is a hybrid course and we're all coming from sort of long distances, office hours are handled a little bit differently. I've got my cell phone. It's there on the screen. It's also on the syllabus, and it's on Moodle. You can call me from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week. I will answer if I am able to. Usually if I'm not in another class or in a meeting or something like that. If I don't answer, leave a message. I'll give you a call back. I usually call back within the same day, but occasionally it's the next business day. I typically don't call after 9 o'clock. I don't want to wake anyone up or disrupt sleep or anything like that. So if you leave a message and it's pretty close to 9, there's a chance I'll call back the next day. Please do not text. There's a couple of reasons for that. The first and foremost is that texting is a pretty informal form of communication, and one of the things we're trying to do here in an MSW program is cultivate professional identity, professional behavior, that kind of thing. The second reason is actually because I have quite a few students, and if I were fielding texts from all of my students all of the time, I wouldn't have time to attend to my research and other things that I need to. And then lastly, I ask for no text because the college actually requires that we document text messages, and I just don't have the time to do that. Like I said, I have some other things that I need to be able to sort of attend to. So you're welcome to call, like I said, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Just please no texts. You're also welcome to email. My email address is there on the screen. I'm on email just about every day, typically able to respond within a couple of hours. Usually it's the next day, or usually no later than the next day, I should say. Our course runs from Monday to Sunday. I'll show you Moodle here in a second. So new content folders will open Monday morning, and then assignments are due Sunday at the end of the day. Now, if you want to submit, or when you're ready to submit an assignment, you're going to attach it to an email and send it to me. My email was on that previous slide. It's also on Moodle and there on the syllabus. So there is no place to hand it in on Moodle, but again, just as a reminder, you submit things through email. We are going to spend a few minutes talking through the syllabus. Let me just move myself up here. But make sure you're familiar with the course policies. They're all contained in the syllabus. Make sure you're familiar with the department's policies, and then make sure you're familiar with the college's policies as well. If you have questions about that stuff, I can help you. If I can't help you, I can sort of steer you towards the right person at the department or the college to answer questions about policies. So what I'm going to do is switch over to Moodle real quick, and just talk you through what it is Moodle does for us. Okay, so this is Moodle here. My view might look slightly different than your view, only because I have the instructor view. But you can see up here, this is the same information that's sort of at the top of the syllabus. It's got my name, contact information. It's got our seated session dates here. I don't have the room yet, but I will let you know probably by Tuesday or Wednesday this week. So this is what a typical content folder would look like. You may need to click on it in order to open it up, but each week I will have loaded some Word documents, depending on the week, some Word documents, some slides, and then some links to lectures, either from me or from other experts in the field. I'm not sure if your view will show this, but as you can see here, this is obviously the folder for week 2, and that'll become available on June 10th, so on and so forth. There's a folder for each week in the course, on down to week 10, which will be August 5th. Okay, so this is our syllabus. If you accessed Moodle before like June 1st or something like that, there may have been an old copy of the syllabus. Make sure you have this one. It should have sort of that standard information at the top of it, my name, my address, phone number, that kind of thing. There was a generic version that might have been up there. I'd make sure you don't have that one, because the chapters in the book, or the chapters listed in the syllabus, actually correspond to a previous edition of the book. So it won't make any sense when we get into the content for the semester. So office hours policy there again. I am, if you're interested in talking by Skype or Google Hangout, that's fine. We can set up a time. Course catalog description, introduction, required texts. I'll let you read that at your leisure. There actually are 2 books for this class. The Corey book, that should be in its 10th edition, and then the Francis Turner book, which should be in its 6th edition. We'll use both of these throughout the course of the semester. We'll probably use the Francis Turner book a little bit more. That book is an edited volume from sort of all the big names in the field of social work, talking about theory. Francis Turner wrote obviously the beginning. She edited it, and then she wrote I think the last chapter. Gerald Corey obviously wrote his textbook. He's written pretty extensively on theory. I think these are both pretty useful books. They're pretty easy to sort of digest and understand. Some program competencies, course objectives. We won't review these. I'll let you review those. That's pretty standard boilerplate language in syllabi. A couple of student guidelines. Make sure you attend classes and participate. That's not a challenge in a hybrid course, because we only have the 2 meetings. Complete reading and homework assignments. Make sure those assignments, reading bullet point number 4 now, make sure those assignments are professionally written. There's some information in there that'll be helpful. There's some information about quotes in particular that I will draw your attention to. That's toward the end of the bullet point number 4 here. And then 5 through 10 are some other things with which you should be familiar. Again, I'll let you read those at your leisure. There's a sort of 4 big assignments in this course. We're going to talk through them here in just a second. Group presentation and discussion, the paper, theory summary notes, and then obviously class participation. Before we do that, though, let's just spend a few minutes talking through the course schedule. So that starts on page 8 of the syllabus and just ends on page 9 of the syllabus here. So obviously this first week is a chance for you to familiarize yourself with Moodle, and then sort of orient yourself towards what it is we're doing in the course, become familiar with some of the assignments, that kind of thing. From then on, so weeks sort of 2 through 9, we read about 2 or 3 theories a week. For most weeks, it's 2. There's 2 weeks, weeks 5 and 7, where we're actually going to read about 3 theories. And these are the sort of most commonly used theories, or most prevalently used, I should say, in the field of social work right now. We don't read every chapter in Corey or Turner. So if there's a theory that we haven't read about but you're interested in, you could actually use that for one of the papers or the presentation assignment. So reading is pretty manageable. It's 3 or 4 chapters a week. The chapters are not overly long. And there is some good summary information at sort of the beginning and end of each chapter, and that's true for both the Turner and the Corey book. This course moves pretty quick, and it can be frustrating sometimes because, the impulse is to want to talk about theories and sort of expand on them and interact with them. But pretty quickly, we move on to some different theories. Let me tell you what it is you're sort of doing in this class. What you're doing is you're familiarizing yourself at a very sort of high level, very superficial level with each of these theories. In a subsequent semester in the MSW program, you're going to pick one or two of these theories that will sort of form the core of your counseling identity, your clinical identity. So in order to make sort of an informed decision about what that theory is going to be, you have to have some kind of high-level familiarity with some of those most common theories. And that's what we're doing in this class. We're providing that sort of high-level overview of a group of theories here. In this particular semester, we don't have any time off for the 4th of July. I did trim the reading down a little bit for that week, so there's only 3 chapters in Turner that week. So you can probably, you can take some time off. In fact, I'd encourage you to take some time off if you can, but there is no formal time off of the course, sanctioned by the college or anything like that. Some references here, and let's spend just a minute talking about the assignments. Okay, so here's assignment A. You're going to present on a theory and facilitate a discussion. The presentation will be given at our second meeting, which is scheduled for sometime in August. You can work with a colleague if you'd like to. And you can choose from any of the theories listed here from the Turner book or the Corey book. These are all theories that we're not reading about in the other weeks. So you have a chance to still interact with these through a presentation. Presentations 15 to 20 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes for the presentation, a couple minutes for questions, that kind of thing. Make sure when you're working on your presentation that you're preparing a notes page. I will give you the format for the notes page. It actually corresponds with assignment C in the list of assignments. And we're going to spend a few minutes talking about that in a few minutes. Okay. The big paper in this course is your analysis of a theoretical model. You can pick any theory that you want. You don't have to worry about whether or not another student has picked it. You can pick any theory. It could be something that is covered in either the Turner or Corey texts. If there's a theory that's not covered that you're interested in, we more than likely can accommodate that. Let me know, give me a call, shoot me an email, we'll talk about it. In a couple of weeks, probably somewhere around week 4 or week 5, I actually have a video that talks about sort of the different components of the paper. So I won't say much in detail about this assignment now, except to say that you can be on the lookout for a theory that sort of captures your attention or seems to resonate with you. When if you should find a theory that does one of either of those things or both, keep it in mind for use in this paper. Assignment C, or Appendix C, the third assignment, is actually your notes on any 10 of the theories that we cover in weeks 2 through 9. So I'm going to scroll up for a second here. Oops, I went too far. So I went too far again. In weeks 2 through 9, we cover 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16. We cover 18 different theories. Pick any 10 of these. Pick the 10 that are sort of most interesting to you and complete some notes on those theories. I have a template for you. I'm going to show you that in just a second here. In fact, why don't I switch over to it now? Okay, so this is the note-taking template. It's blank. This is just a table in a Word document. It repeats, I think 10 or 12 times. So I just sort of copied and pasted this 10 or 12 times. So you can print the document out, you can save it and type it, you can handwrite your notes, whatever it is you like. So where would you access this? Well, this is in that first content folder on Moodle. This is one of the files that's in there. There's another file in there too that has some questions to consider when you're taking each of these notes. So let me switch over to that file real quick, and we'll talk a little bit more about this assignment. Okay, so this is just the questions to think about as you're reading and watching videos about each of the theories. This really is an assignment for you. So this is a chance for you to sort of gather some information about each of the different theories that we encounter in the given semester, or in this semester. Now, this file with these notes on it is also available in that first content folder. So you're going to give me the name of the theory. You're going to talk about when it was developed and the name of the person or group of people that developed it. You're going to talk about what influenced them. Could have been some historical events or some people or both. Then you're going to talk about key concepts and ideas. What's it about? Where do problems come from? What does it say about the nature of human behavior? What does it say about growth and change? In this section, I would encourage you to include key phrases and vocabulary about the theory. This will sort of help you adopt the mantle of sort of the vocabulary of social work. And then there's a few boxes for you to think about application, strengths, limitation, and your own personal thoughts or attitudes. Now, like I said, this assignment is slightly customized. So we encounter, I think, 18, whatever I said a second ago, 18 theories in the course of the semester. But you're actually only taking notes on 10 of them. So they should be the 10 that sort of resonate with you the most, the ones that seem interesting to you. Now, here's the other time you're going to use this note-taking template. In the presentation, which will be given in August, one of your tasks is to develop a handout for your classmates. Your handout should be taken right from this table. So you should complete a table of notes for your colleagues, prepare copies. I can make copies if you need me to. Prepare copies and have that available to distribute to your colleagues. When you're done with this semester, then what you'll have is 10 notes that you've completed over the course of the semester, 10 of these. And then you'll have notes from your colleagues. You'll have 3 or 4 more. So you'll have sort of a good, succinct, page-long summary of, 12, 13, 14, 15 common theories used in social work practice. That document will form sort of a reference document, or will form the basis of a reference document for future semesters when you start thinking about clinical intervention and working with clients from a particular theoretical perspective. Again, it's your choice whether these are typed or handwritten or some combination of both. That is completely up to you. The 10 theories about which you take notes, that is also completely up to you. Like I said, that should be based on what resonates with you or what seems interesting to you. You don't need to send these to me during the course of the semester. You're going to hand them in to me very briefly during our second seated session. I'll give them a look over real quick. I'll grade them and hand them right back to you. All right, so just back on the syllabus real quick. So this is the description of the theory table or theory summary notes, whatever you want to call them. The date is wrong there. It should be 10th. Should be the 10th of August. And then, this should be down a page as well. So then there's 10% of the grade based on class participation there, which is pretty standard. Last page of the syllabus is just talks about the relationship of this course to the capstone. So I think that's it. I'll leave it there. Again, if you have any questions, you can shoot me an email or give me a call. You can also save them for our first seated session, which will be a little bit later on in June. Okay, welcome to 670, everyone.